Okay, guys, Ghost is at the top of the world. We have a huge breaking news about our favorite band. Skeleta is number one on the Billboard 200 playlist or chart. That's a chart. And this is huge. This is huge, believe me. Ghost just crossed the Rubicon. There's no coming back from this. They just became a legendary band. Legendary, and now they're playing arenas. Next time, my guess is stadiums, and expanding the tour not only in Western Europe and US, but in the whole world, like Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, Asia, a lot of places in Asia, South America, of course, whole South America, every place, and every place in, North America, of course. So Ghost is the biggest band in rock music right now. I don't care what you think. Those are the facts. Let's see here. Billboard says Ghost earns first number one album on Billboard 200. First number one. This album is, by this measurement, better than every other Ghost album from the past. So Skeleta is killing it, man. It says it's the first hard rock album to be number one in more than 4 years. Because, okay, I cannot read this because I'm not signed up, or I can. But for more convenience and easier reading, we're gonna do it on Blabbermouth. Okay. So what's the deal? The last number one album on Billboard 200 was AC/DC's Power Up in 2020. Not that good of an album, but a big band, huge name, so that's why it was. And this Billboard 200 is a chart that has also, mainstream acts. This is mainstream chart, guys. This is, beating acts like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has the new album Mayhem, which is also on the top of many playlists. But this, guys, is a huge achievement. Rock album from a younger band, not young, not new, but like middle-aged band, we can say. Not like the legacy band like AC/DC, not some brand new act, but the band who really deserved it. I mean, Ghost really deserved it. And what is the deal with this? The deal with this is Billboard 200 charts ranks the most popular albums of the week in the US based on multi-metric consumption as measured in equivalent album units compiled by Luminate. Units comprise album sales, track equivalent albums, and streaming equivalent albums, so everything. Now, each unit equals one album sale, or 10 individual tracks sold from an album, so now, if you buy a CD, there's one sale, right? If you buy a record, that's also one sale. Cassette, one sale. But if you buy 10 individual tracks on, let's say, Apple Music or Bandcamp, I don't know if they're measuring Bandcamp, I don't know, that's a one sale. Or if you have 3,750 ad-supported plays, like plays on the streaming platforms that you're not a member of. You don't have the membership. You're not paying. You're on free. So 3,750. And if you have 1,250 paid subscription on-demand official audio and video streams generated by songs, that's the unit. So I played it for 6,000 times. So I already bought 6 Skeletas. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that much. Everything we do, guys, measures, and this is why they're first. And now you can say, yeah, but this is not their best album. Yeah, Opus Eponymous is their best album because they were a cult band and they were a black metal band, and now they're like glam metal band from the 80s, and Mycelia, Morial, Love Rockets, that's Cherry Pie from Warrant. And I know. Some of you are disappointed, but people are listening to this, and this is winning. This album is number one album on the Billboard, one of the most prestigious Billboard charts, and this means a lot for rock music. First of all, this means a lot for Ghost. I already said it. They crossed the Rubicon. Now they are a legendary band. They can surely, after this, start thinking about doing stadium tours and expanding tours in the future. And this album, I'm on forums, I'm on, message boards all over the internet, Reddit, X, everywhere. I see people talking about this album, and what I see there, which I don't have something solid, like I don't have a proof to show you, but the feeling is that there are a lot of more new fans coming in right now, right with Skeleta. I don't know why. Maybe because it is more like, you know, poppy, more like 80s, more for the people who don't like metal at all. I don't know. But there are a lot of new fans, and, you know, music doesn't lie. I always say this. Music doesn't lie. So that's why they are at the top of the charts. And yes, they sold 86,000 equivalent album units in this first week, or from, I think it's measured from April 25th when the album was released until today. Today's May 5th. So amazing, amazing. Very, very huge news, very big news. Great album. And why is this happening right now? I don't know. Because first of all, the album is great, whether you like it or not. The second, I mean, it's not the same today as it was back in 2012 and 2015. People are buying more vinyl today, more CDs. I don't know. It is just like that. It is what it is. So that also counts. Basically, the time is right. The time is right. It's a sixth album, so the band has a lot of experience behind. And it was gradually going here. New fans are coming in. Maybe some new generation of rock fans are coming in. I don't know. Maybe rock and roll is going back. And this is just a beginning. We'll see. But Ghost is doing a tremendous job. I'm just gonna say once again, Ghost is the best band in rock music right now. I mean, there are others too that can compete. But man, if they continue like this, they are going to be, you know, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC level, even Rolling Stones level. We'll see, we'll see. But right now, they already crossed that, and they're there in the same league. And just one more thing before I conclude this video. I think the big reason why this is happening right now is because of Tobias's bold decision to ban phones on this tour. Because remember, when the first concerts happened, they played Peacefield and Umbra, and we didn't know these songs, and people were, you know, so eager to find out how these songs sound like. There were no crappy YouTube videos, so the expectation was huge. And when the album came out, everybody stormed in to listen, and to digest. And this is a big part of this success. I've been telling you about this. This is completely revolutionary, and thanks to that decision, I think this happened with Ghost, and they totally earned it, and fans around the internet are unanimous in this, you know. They all agree that this is well deserved, and it is going to be even bigger and bigger. That's my, you know, prediction for this band. So we'll continue to follow, and we'll continue to make content about this and write articles like this one and a lot of other ones. You can always go on Junkyard Rock Stories and check out the latest. And don't forget Ghoulbanger's Ball. This is huge. Nobody's doing this, only Ghost. So one extra thing. I was writing something and I was thinking about something, and if Vanessa Warwick is doing Ghoulbanger's Ball in Europe, what do you think? Who is going to do it in US, if there is going to be a US version of Ghoulbanger's Ball? I would say Ricky Rackman. I would like to see Ricky Rackman being a host in US. That would be awesome. And Tobias is going all old school, you know, from the time when he was young and he was watching MTV and all that. So this is my prediction now. Ricky Rackman is the host of Ghoulbanger's Ball in US. I don't know this. I have no proof for this. I'm just making an assumption here. Speculation, call it what you want. And this is it, guys. See you next time. Like, share, comment, tell me what you think about all of this, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.